Do you know how many cells does your body contain? Let me give you a clue. It's way more than you can count. An average person's body contains 37.2 trillion of cells. And each and every one of those cells go under a process called cell cycle every day. At the end of this huge process, one cell ends up to be divided into two identical cells. To make this whole process so perfect, each and every single requirement is checked during this process. This aim to leave no room for mistake. And now, let's check out how the cell cycle works. Imagine this whole pool as a cell cycle. The cell cycle is divided into four major parts. These are called gap 1, synthesis, gap 2, and mitosis. Cell cycle starts with interphase's first major stage called gap 1. There are a couple of things that cell does during this stage. First one is cell carry out its normal function. Second one is that cell grows in size. Then cell replicates its organelles to be ready for mitosis. In addition to those three things, the histones that wraps the DNA are removed, which means that the DNA is ready for replication. But oops, we will come across the first critical point. Here we come across critical checkpoint 1 during gap 1 and synthesis. Critical check 1 asks for, is the cell growth appropriate for cell division? And are there enough nutrients available in the environment? And is the DNA damaged or in good condition? If cell can pass through those requirements, it means that it's ready to proceed to the second stage called synthesis. At the end of the synthesis stage, there are two identical copies of the nuclear DNA. Third stage of the cell cycle is called gap 2. During the gap 2, cell carry out its normal functions, additional growth occurs, and at the end of gap 2, there is the second critical checkpoint.
Before mitosis, there are a couple of things that you need to know. What happens in micro level also happens in macro level. Three critical checkpoints are just like the assembly lines in a factory. The aim is same: make the whole process perfect, leave no room for mistake. In the cell cycle, mitosis takes 1 hour while interphase takes 23 hours. Isn't there a huge difference between them? Games are won, but not during the game, during the practice. Interphase as a practice takes a lot more time than the game as mitosis. After G2, before proceeding to mitosis, critical checkpoint 2 comes. Second checkpoint controls a couple of things. Is cell growth adequate for cell division? Is the DNA damaged? Or is the DNA completely copied during the S phase? If there is something wrong about them, cell cycle is stopped and problems are solved. Here comes the last part of the cell cycle, which is mitosis. Here comes the first stage of mitosis, which is prophase. During the prophase, nuclear envelope begins to disappear, and spindle fibers begin to form in the cytoplasm, and centrosomes begin to migrate to the pole sides of the cell. During the metaphase, which is the second stage of the mitosis, coiled chromatids, which are chromosomes, are attached to the middle of the spindle fibers. Metaphase is the stage where chromosomes are fully visible. Between metaphase and anaphase, third critical checkpoint comes. Critical checkpoint 3 controls if the sister chromatids are aligned correctly on the equator or not to make a proper cell division. Since the process can't be reversed after metaphase, sister chromatids should be attached correctly. During the anaphase, which is the third stage of mitosis, spindle fibers are shortened and pulled apart. By that, sister chromatids are separated from each other. Then telophase comes. Spindle fibers fall apart and chromosomes begin to uncoil. Now the sister chromatids are clustered at the opposite sides of the cell. Then nuclear membrane reforms. Here's a cell which is ready for division. Then cytokinesis begins. Cytokinesis divides the cytoplasm into two cells. Cytokinesis completes the whole cell cycle.